Welcome to the GC method, the A to Z method for losing weight sustainably and how to lose weight and keep it off forever. The number one thing right now, if you need to lose weight, is you need accountability. If you're struggling right now, it's because you don't have the right accountability. If you're busy and you feel like losing weight is impossible, you need accountability. If you feel lost with your nutrition or your workouts, you need accountability. If you finally want to achieve your goals effortlessly, you need accountability. My one goal in this training is to help you understand not just how to lose weight, but how to lose weight effortlessly and maintain those results forever. If you stay to the very end of the video and you listen to everything I say in this training, take notes, and most importantly, you take action on it, it will quite literally be impossible not to lose weight and finally achieve the body of your dreams. So, with that, welcome to the GC Method, the only weight loss guide you will ever need. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to take a picture of this on Instagram and share it on your stories and tag me at Gonzalez Coaching. So, let's dive right into it. My name is Ethan Gonzalez. I own and operate Gonzalez Coaching, an online health and fitness business designed to help busy parents, entrepreneurs, and even everyday people who just want to lose weight and maintain the results forever. So, to be able to do that, I kind of have to walk the walk myself. So, in that, I was able to drop to single digit body fat last summer in July. So, this is me last July. This is me, I believe, in June. So I'm able to drop weight, drop body fat whenever I want to. Also, in this, I am able to build muscle whenever I want to. So that means right here you can see my legs. Then you can see them over here. This is only a year and a half apart. So I'm able to build muscle whenever I need to, whenever I want to. This right here as well. You can look at this picture here, and you can look at this picture here. I was about 190 here, and I'm about 230 here. So I'm able to put on weight, I'm able to lose weight, I'm able to build muscle, I'm able to drop body fat, I'm able to do everything that someone might need help with. So by me being able to do it, that means I can teach you how to do it forever, sustainably for the rest of your life. So let's get into kind of where I first started. You know, this was me 5 years ago before I implemented the GC method. You can see different haircut. You can see, higher body fat percentage. There is some definition in the abs, but I was probably sitting around 20% here. Mainly my workouts consist of home workouts, benching all the time, you know, maybe doing some lat pull downs and stuff, but not really getting anywhere at this point. I think the most effective thing really is, you know, to highlight kind of what I've been through, some of the trials and tribulations I've gone through. And basically, this stuff is going to be knowledgeable to you guys. It's not just going to be a bunch of fluff. I'm going to get to the real stuff you want to get to in a little bit, but just stick with me here while I go through this so you understand kind of the whole thing that I've gone through to craft my own method. So basically, my first attempt at getting in shape was to, not eat carbs. So this is what ended up happening. I saw some free information online about, how if I avoided carbs, I would finally feel amazing, lose weight, be happier. So all I did was eat protein basically. I ate chicken, beef, protein shakes, and I ate a tiny bit of carbs, and this is how I ended up. So throughout those 6 months of me dieting really hard, again, only eating chicken, beef, low carbs, I ended up skinny fat. I didn't make the progress that I really hoped for. You know, you can see here, even between these pictures, sure, there's a little bit more muscle, but this is a 2 year time difference. And the cut that I had was 6 months of hard dieting. And I got a little bit more definition, but you can still see I'm higher body fat in this picture. My second attempt at getting in shape was to eat in a severe calorie deficit and do hours of cardio. And wow, I got lean. Wow, it works. But I was in a severe deficit. I was completely depleted of all carbs. So at this point here, I'm still eating basically no carbs. I'm feeling super terrible every day. I have no energy at all. And so I lost weight because I did the things needed to lose weight. But guess what happened? You think it's success, but this was me 4 months after the photo. I went from 175 to almost 190. And I was back to super high body fat, and I was not in shape again, and I was feeling lethargic. I was feeling super stressed all the time just because the diet that I had right here was unsustainable. And what ended up happening is, I started eating normal foods that I would before. So I'm like, I'm eating more carbs. I'm eating foods I used to like, pizza, stuff like that. Like, I didn't have those for a very long time. I didn't have them for months. So I decided to eat them because I was like, yeah, I deserve it. And then I ended up getting back to the same spot that I was at. So after spending, 3 years basically doing diets, working out 2 to 3 hours per day and spending hours on the treadmill per week, I had made little to no progress. You look at this photo here and you come up to this first one here, and there's not a ton of progress made. There's a little bit more muscle here, and I weigh a bit more, but realistically, like this photo here and this photo here, I'm pretty similar in body fat, and these are years apart. At this point, basically, I'm feeling super defeated. And I'm sure you guys have had this same sort of feeling along your fitness journey. You've tried everything. You've tried shakes. You've tried, 90-day challenges. You've tried carnivore. You've tried keto. You've tried every diet you could think of, low carb, high protein, you know, all of these different diets, and you haven't gotten the results you've wanted. You've tried spending hours in the gym working out. You've tried spending hours on the treadmill hoping that you can drop the weight, but nothing worked. And I was in that same spot too. I mean, you can look at the pictures, you can see that, I didn't make progress for 3 years. You know, some of you guys have been working at it for longer than I have. And I can't even imagine to think how difficult that might be to think that you have made progress in years of doing the hard work. So around this time, I decided, it's time to create my own method to really achieve my goals and maintain the results that I wanted forever. So my third attempt, I decided to make the GC method. So here I was again, at my starting point. Here we are, high body fat percentage. You can see how disappointed and embarrassed I am to take this photo. I really did not want to take it just because of the past. Look at how, like, you can see my face here, not happy. You can see, even in this photo, hiding my face, not happy, not confident, embarrassed with what I look like. I'm not happy in this photo. But after only 4 months of using the GC method, I had made a massive transformation. This was the leanest that I've ever gotten. This is the most body fat I've ever lost. You can see how happy I was and the smile that's on my face. And that's what I'm trying to do for you guys. That you have something that makes you ecstatic, that makes you smile, that makes you so happy, so confident, so proud of the things that you've accomplished. This face and this face are night and day. The amount of energy that I had, the amount of confidence that I had right here, unbeatable compared to right here. During this time, I was able to post videos. I was able to take pictures of myself. I didn't have body dysmorphia. I felt confident with how I actually looked. And that's a big thing a lot of people I know have. Maybe maybe you just had a kid and you have a baby picture coming up, but you don't feel confident to take the pictures. You already booked the shoot, but you just don't want to because you're sad and you're embarrassed with how you look and you're disappointed with yourself. So I'm trying to get you to this point right here where you're happy. You're like, take as many pictures as you want. I'm here to show off. I'm here to be the best version of myself. That's what I'm trying to do. This method is sustainable and allows me to gain muscle, lose weight whenever I want to. This photo right here is from July of 2022. I was 189.2 pounds, and today I'm 213, and I'm currently on another weight loss journey. So during this time right now, I'm on another journey with you guys. So far, I started at 227, and I've lost 14 pounds so far in only 6 weeks by using the GC method. So I'm dropping weight, I'm dropping body fat, all while eating the foods I love. I literally just went to Toronto for 3 days, ate whatever I wanted, and I come back and I'm the same weight. Now think about that. I ate out every single meal. I had pasta, I had beef, I had chicken, I had burgers, I had Starbucks, I had muffins, I had bagels, I had anything you could think of. I had it. I had ice cream. I had every single junk food, every single dessert you can think of. I had it for 3 days straight. And I came back, same exact weight, 213. All because I'm using this method. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse engineer this method and break down each and every lesson I've learned throughout my journey. But first, let's get into some clients who have used this method themselves and kind of go over what has worked for them. So this is what Angela had to say. She felt less insecure at the gym. That's a really big thing for a lot of people. A lot of people who come to me, they don't feel comfortable going to the gym, even Planet Fitness, maybe a Lifetime. They don't feel comfortable even going just because they feel judged. They feel like people won't accept them for who they are. Maybe they don't know how to do something right. But at the end of the day, you will learn how to work out. You'll learn how to do everything when it comes to nutrition, and you'll feel confident doing anything that you have to do. That's what Julie had to say. Bridging off that confidence. She felt more confident than ever. Just like I did. The smile on my face, the ecstatic look that I had. More confidence than I've ever had. Laura could fit in a size medium after only 4 weeks of working with me. She used to be a large and she was able to go down to a medium. That's crazy. And the amount of confidence she has going to work with her kid, everything like that is unbelievable. Lucas couldn't be happier. I worked with Lucas and he did amazing work throughout his journey, and he was able to lose body fat, lose weight, put in the hard work, and build more muscle even with all of that. Now, I love all my clients, but they aren't unique or special. They didn't know how to track food or eat the right foods when they came to me. They aren't top 1% athletes. They didn't know how to work out efficiently before. And in only an hour, they're still getting results. They're all busy people who have families, who work a ton of hours, who want to spend time with friends and, go out sometimes. They all have struggles and stress just like you do. Most of these people who come to me are beginners with zero experience when it comes to workouts or even nutrition. So this plan works for you no matter what stage you're at, and I can implement it and adjust for whatever stage you're at. All of these people are everyday people who live busy and stressful lives. The only difference between you right now and them is they're using the GC method. The 3 steps you need to take to finally achieve your fitness goals you've been chasing for years are accountability and habits, nutrition, and workouts. Now, this is what the GC method is. The GC method is to lose weight and keep it off forever. First, you must be held accountable and establish the habits of a disciplined person. Once you've established the habits, you need to execute them each and every day for your success. Next, you will need to have a sustainable nutrition plan in place that you can follow for the rest of your life. Lastly, you need to have an easy yet effective workout plan that will only take an hour of your time. This is how you create a healthy lifestyle for the rest of your life. So, what is the best way to do all of this? It's the GC method. Before I share, how to lose weight and keep those results forever, I have to break down the first step of the method, which is establishing habits. When building habits, it is important to remember that you cannot do everything at once or else you are destined to fail. When a lot of people start a fitness journey, they're like, okay, I'm going to work out at 6 in the morning every single day, and I'm going to change all my food to the most unbelievable diet ever, and I'm going to make sure that I walk an extra mile a day or I do hours of cardio and just jump right into it and do everything. You are destined to fail. I could not do that jumping from 0 to 100. You have to take steps along the way. So, the first thing that I implement is, tracking food and steps. Then you can add a meal plan in. And lastly, you can add workouts in. This step by step method works together to create a sustainable plan for the future. Because it's so simple and easy to use, it's just step by step by step by step. And then you just follow those steps and you will reach your goal. So, to accomplish the first habit of tracking food, you must track what you would normally eat for 1 week using MyFitnessPal. By doing this, you're able to do one simple task that will set you up for the future. So you're building the first habit, which is just tracking food. That's it. Simple, you eat a cashew, you track a cashew. You eat a sandwich, you track that sandwich. You eat pizza, you track that pizza. Just so you have an average amount of calories that you're eating per day. So after this, you'll see how many calories you consumed per day and how your weight was changing during that week. From here, you take the calories from every single day and divide them by 7 to make your average. Take note of your average calories. It will be important for the next couple steps. This is what Shalissa said after just starting the basic first steps. She lost 2 pounds and could lift a washing machine and a dryer, which is pretty heavy for one single woman to do. So she lost 2 pounds in a week just by doing the first little steps. The next part of the first little habits that I want you to build is I want you to just track your steps. So wear Fitbit, an Apple Watch. You can even just, carry around your phone and it will show in the health app how many steps you're getting per day. This is another super easy habit to form. All you have to do is slap the watch on your wrist and you're ready to go. After a week of tracking steps, you'll start to implement a daily step goal and kind of raise it up. So, if you're doing, 4,000 steps, you could start at 5,000 and then up to 7, maybe 8, maybe 9. It all really depends on what goal you're trying to achieve. Another client of mine, Chanda, lost 7.5 pounds in only 3 weeks. She has been stuck trying to lose this weight since before COVID. So here's some pictures here. So you can see how much weight she's lost in her midsection. You can see that she lost some weight in her arms and her shoulders. You can see it even better from this angle. Her stomach is so much more in. That's inches off her waist. Her arms are so much thinner too. So she lost arm fat, she lost glute fat, and she lost stomach fat in only 3 weeks. From the back, you can see she lost fat in her upper back and a little bit in her hamstrings too. You can see that her arms, she lost some tricep fat as well. And you can see right here, she started right here. She's ending up, she's already right here. So the 29th of September, she was 220. October 23rd, 2 days ago, she was 212.5. Now the next step is nutrition and workouts. This is the fun part. This is how I fully went from this right here to this right here. From super high body fat, out of shape, not ready to go, to perfect leanness, to literally single digit body fat. And now, again, I don't expect you guys to be going for single digit body fat, but it applies the same. I probably went from 25% body fat here to around 9 to 10%. So that's a 15% body fat drop. And for many of you guys, if you're 30% body fat and you drop 15%, you now just got abs. You now just lost so much weight, so much fat around your midsection, around your arms, around your legs, wherever you store the most fat. Imagine having half as much fat in your body. That's what we're looking to do here. So you don't have to get super, super lean, but if you're even 30, 35%, losing 15% is a huge amount when it comes down to body fat. So that's what we're trying to do for you. All right, guys, now it's time to get into the GC method and break it down how it can work for each and every single one of you guys. So, first things first, like I talked about, make sure that you have your accountability and your habits in check. So, this means tracking your food. You need to know a 7-day average of the foods you're eating, how many calories it is, and a rough estimate of like how much protein, stuff like that, too. Make sure you have your average steps in place too. This is really, really important to know. If you're at 3,000 steps, you don't want to jump all the way up to 10,000. Or if you don't know your steps and you jump down to a lower number than you're already at, this can affect your weight loss severely. So, once you've mastered this portion, we can get into nutrition. So, that daily amount of calories, that daily average, we're going to use that right now. So, what you're going to do is you're going to start off by subtracting 300 to 500 calories per day to start losing some weight. So for most people, if you subtract 500 calories per day, you're going to lose a pound per week. If you want to just start a little bit easier, you're already eating a very small amount of calories, start with 300 and just see how things go. This is a big warning that I'm going to put out. If you're eating under 1,000 calories per day or lower, you cannot reduce calories to lose weight. What you need to do is you need to do a reverse diet, and this is going to be very, very difficult to monitor on your own. If this is you right now and you're eating under 1,000 calories per day and you're looking to lose weight and you're looking to lose a significant amount of weight, like 50 pounds, 100 pounds, anything like that, please schedule a call with me and I will go over how to reverse diet. Trying to drop your calories when you're already malnourished is not a good idea, and you're going to stay stuck. What you're going to need to do is raise your thyroid up, raise up your hormones up, everything like that. You have to bring up your calories first before you even decide to get into a deficit. You will be able to lose weight eating more food through a reverse diet. I won't get into it now, but if this is you, just a warning. Please schedule a call with me and we can talk about this in more detail. So, basically, first step for that, like I said, reduce calories by 300 to 500. And for your steps, like I said, know your average. Once you've already mastered that, you're getting the same amount of steps pretty much every day. Increase that by around 2 to 3,000 per day. This will make you lose weight and you will start seeing results. Guaranteed. As long as you're not eating a super low amount of calories and there's nothing medically wrong with you right now, you will lose weight. Now, the whole point of this training is to give you guys an opportunity to use my method. But my one fear during this training is that, many of you guys will go out, set this up on your own, and you'll miss one key part, which is what to do next. After the first steps stop working, you're not going to have an idea of what to do next, and you might plateau, you might get stuck, and you might end up going back to your old habits or your old ways, and you won't lose any weight in the end. So, none of this will work for the future unless you have a meal plan, which is coming up, and an overall game plan for what to do week by week. Because dropping your calories by 300 to 500 and increasing your steps by 2 to 3,000 is not going to work forever. And if you just continue to drop your calories down, you're going to get into the spot where you're eating under 1,000 calories and you're going to have to reverse diet. Or if you start walking 20,000 steps a day, you're going to fatigue yourself so bad you're going to have no energy, you're going to feel terrible. That's when you're doing hours of cardio. So if you don't have a week by week plan, this isn't going to work for you, okay? So this is a good starting point, but my advice to people who are going to go out on their own and try and create a meal plan and start this off on their own is, basic balance of macronutrients. Okay, so that means a gram of protein per pound of body weight and around 0.3 grams of fat per pound of body weight. So basically, that's a good amount of fat, that's a good amount of protein. It'll make sure that you're satiated throughout the day. And then that middle space right in the middle is your carbs. So what you're going to want to do is, if you're trying to gain weight, you'll add more carbs. You can increase your fat a little bit too, maybe increase your protein. If you're trying to lose weight, what you're going to do is mainly cut out your carbs. You want to keep your fats higher. It'll keep you more satiated. Same with your protein. It'll make sure that you maintain the muscle that you're building during this time and any past muscle you have built. Your carbs can be reduced because they are kind of the quickest form of energy and not as necessary when you're trying to lose a ton of weight. So, some tips that I have for people who are, again, going to do this on their own: what you should try and do is incorporate some high volume foods that are low in calorie. So these are super good for when you're in deficit. You're going to stay full for longer. You're not going to be snacking. You're not going to be grazing. You're not going to be picking up the pizza. If you have some of these options, it's going to keep your stomach more full. So some of them might be, veggies, plain popcorn, chicken breast, oats, watermelon, strawberries. So mainly some very simple foods. People say it all the time, but veggies, green leafy veggies, some fruit. There are some higher calorie fruits, but most options are going to keep you pretty satiated. They're going to be mostly water, so it's going to be okay to eat them in a little bit higher amounts. And then chicken, very, very high protein, very low fat. You can eat a lot of chicken and you'll get full pretty quick. Same with oats. Oats are a great source because they fill up with water and they're pretty satiating in the morning. They can be satiating at night too as well. Now, let's say you've solved your meal plan and, you're doing everything that I mentioned before. You have the tracking, the steps, you've mastered it. You have your nutrition down now. You're in a calorie deficit. You have a meal plan in place. The last step is the workouts. For workouts, the first thing you need to assess is really what equipment you have available to you. Now, the GC method works for any equipment you have available. So you could have no equipment, a home gym, dumbbells, or a full gym. It does not matter. You'll still be able to achieve your goal. So for most people, your workouts should really be set up on a specific muscle that you're trying to build or what your goal overall is. So, if you want more toned legs, then have 2 to 3 lower body days. Just for example, if you want, a bigger chest, then you might want 2 chest days per week. The best workout split, because there's a lot of controversy about workout splits and what to do and what exercises and how to do it, is one that you can actually stick to every single week. So, it doesn't really matter to change up the exercises a ton. What you should be focusing on is progressive overloading, hitting your workouts consistently, and doing something sustainable. So, here's a couple examples of workout splits that I program for clients. So, one of them would be like an upper body day, then a lower body day, a rest day, an upper body day, a lower body day, a rest day, and that kind of repeats in a cycle. You can also do push day, which would be more upper body pushing movements like a chest press, stuff like that, where you're pushing. A rest day, a leg day, so this would be all lower body stuff, leg movements, and then a rest day. And then a pull day. So this could be more back movements. This could be where you're pulling more with your arms, and then a rest day. The third workout split I'm going to go over is a push, legs, pull, rest, upper, lower, rest. So this workout split is 5 workouts. It's a little bit more advanced, and for most people, I don't recommend it. If you're an intermediate or above an intermediate and maybe even advanced lifter, I would recommend this to you just because you do get a better range of all the exercises and you target more muscles more frequently, which does lead to more muscle building. This is a split that I currently use myself. I love it. It's very, very convenient. It works for my schedule. That's what I use basically. But for most people, I wouldn't recommend it. Now, one that I would recommend if you are an absolute beginner, you have no clue what to do, is a full body day, a rest day, a full body day, a rest day, a full body day, a rest day, and just repeat that, because you're going to learn the basics of the gym just by hitting different muscles every single day, and maybe even some of the same muscles if you really are struggling with some things, just so you get a better idea of how to do things. Once you've decided, where you're looking to build muscle, number one, and you've picked the workout split that you want, the next step is really building that workout plan. So, again, many people here in this training are going to go out, try and do that on their own, but it is always best to have someone like myself create a plan for you. You know, if you're creating a plan on your own and you're just starting out, or even if you've been in the gym for a little bit, you may not know, how many sets or reps you need. You know, how much rest do you need in between those sets and reps? How do you use tempo effectively? How do you breathe during your workout? How do you contract the right muscles you're actually trying to hit? And a host of other things that may come up during your workout. Like if you have the right form, if you're doing it even closely remotely right, like all these questions that may come up. You've never done this exercise, like all these things are bound to come up and you're bound to get stuck eventually. That's why I always recommend having a coach like myself who can help you and guide you through this process so you know how to do it for the rest of your life. Now, along this journey, you're going from accountability and habits to mastering those accountability and that habits to nutrition to creating a meal plan to workouts to then creating that workout plan after you've assessed your goal, and you will reach your dream desired goal. And this is kind of the method. This is kind of how it works. This is the path that you'll take along it, but it is always better to get some help along the way. Over this next part here, I'm going to go over some client wins. So Angela here was able to go from a size large to a medium in only 4 weeks. So imagine if you could fit back into your high school clothes, fit back into your college clothes, whichever outfit that you like the most that you grew out of just because you couldn't lose the weight. Imagine you could get back into it and feel so confident about it. Laura accomplished this long-term goal of, feeling less insecure at the new gym she went to. So imagine if you could go to the gym, feel confident, wear whatever you wanted, and not feel judged in any kind of way because you know how to work out, you know what to eat, so you're losing weight. Everyone's complimenting you at the gym. They're seeing the improvements week by week, and they're wondering, how did you do this? And you can just say it was a GC method. Here's Shalissa, who lost 2 pounds in 1 week and has continued to lose weight week by week, every single week since she started using the GC method. Vanessa lost weight within the first week of the program. She so far thinks it's amazing, and she's been working with me for the past couple of weeks. She's lost weight and continued to make progress. And there are so many more people who have used this same method that you're about to start using that have gotten results. They couldn't be more happier. They're feeling more confident and they're feeling great. Their stress is low, their energy is high, their confidence is high, and they feel great day in and day out. So, this point here, I've gone over the GC method. So for anybody who just came on here to just learn about it, take it, do it yourself, this is where it ends. But if you are interested in getting help and making a system that will work for the sustainable future for the rest of your life and to really lose weight and achieve your goals, then this part is specifically made for you. So really, I just have a question for you. What if I could help you lose weight in the most effortless and stress-free way imaginable so that you can wake up one day and you've reached your goal? So that it seems like, the months pass by quick and you lose the weight even quicker. What if I could help you to keep the weight off forever, that you just lost that weight, never get it back again, and help you to set up a game plan for the rest of your life? What if I could help you to learn everything that I know? So I'm teaching you throughout this process so that you could walk away and know everything there is about nutrition, workouts, and discipline, so you can really take the information from this program and you're ready to tackle any challenge life may throw at you. So you're set up for the future, Maybe something tragic happens, but you can still stay on your nutrition. Maybe something amazing happens and you want to go out and party and you want to go on vacation for a week. You'll still be set up. Maybe, just like every year, there's a birthday, there's a Christmas, there's Thanksgiving. You're going to have to eat cookies. You're going to have to drink beer. You're going to have to eat pizza. There's going to be work parties, everything like that. You're going to be set up no matter what. Even with all of these things that come up day-to-day life, week by week, month by month, year by year, you will have a plan and know how to tackle it every single time. You know, I've helped countless people achieve their goals in so many different ways. I've helped single moms with busy schedules lose weight and find time for their health and fitness. So even when they're the sole provider and you're taking care of your kid and you're working and you're paying the mortgage, you're still able to have time for you and prioritize yourself. I've helped busy dads who work a 9 to 5 or run a business feel more confident and have more energy as a result of losing excess body fat. So imagine, you're working your 9 to 5 and you are feeling so confident, you get a promotion, you show off to all your competitors. Everyone looks up to you now because you have lost weight and they are saying, "How did you do it?" And you just say again, "It was the GC method." And throughout this whole entire time that I've been running my coaching business, not one single person has ever not gotten results, and not one person has ever failed throughout my program. And you know what the best part about my program is? Like I just said, not one person has ever failed or not gotten results through my program. This makes me so confident that I offer a guarantee. My guarantee to you is that if you do not see any results throughout the duration of the program after following the simple steps outlined, I will work with you for free until we make progress towards your goal. This way, your investment is risk free and you are guaranteed to get results throughout working with me. And it's a win win for both of us. I win because I get an amazing testimonial after you lose those 20 pounds, those 30 pounds, whatever your goal is. I get an amazing testimonial. And you win because you get the results no matter what. So, really, I only have a couple last questions for you. Is this everything you could have ever hoped for? Is this the solution that you think will finally help you to lose weight that you've tried to lose for years? Are you finally ready to invest into your health and fitness? Are you ready to have more energy, feel more confident, fit into those old clothes you used to wear, get the promotion at work, impress your spouse, family, friends, coworkers, whoever you might want to impress? If you answered yes to these questions, then I want you to book a call with me and I will go over how the GC method will work for you now and for the rest of your life. So if this again is something that might work for you, what I want you to do is go down to the description of this video, book a call with me, and schedule it as soon as possible so we can get started on your fitness goals.